I just wanted to prove that ghosts don't exist. I grabbed the camera and dove headfirst into a coffin, lying next to a fresh corpse. I even had my brother seal the coffin shut from above, and then I was buried alongside the body. I set the camera to night vision mode to record what would happen inside the coffin. There was a local legend that evil people would be punished in their graves. The corpse beside me was a bad man. I wanted to prove that this ridiculous claim was true. I held the camera all night, and except for my breathing and the smell of decay, nothing unusual happened. The next day, my brother opened the coffin and was relieved to see I was fine. I ran to the TV station for an interview, telling everyone that ghosts don't exist. But when I was about to broadcast the video, I found that it had been turned into a mosaic. I knew my brother must have done it, so I ran to confront him. He admitted that he did indeed switch the videotape. He didn't want me to be obsessed with this anymore, and didn't want me to keep dwelling in the pain of the past. It turned out that more than 10 years ago, our family was happy. But one day, a religious man came to our bakery. Because he had done many bad things in his life, he was afraid of being tortured by the gods after death, so he ended his life on the street, hoping the gods would forgive him after death. My parents kindly tried to stop him, but this accidentally led to their deaths. Since then, I've harbored hatred in my heart. As I grew up, I couldn't understand why these people feared punishment after death, but never felt ashamed of doing bad things. So I crawled into a dead man's coffin to prove to everyone that there are no ghosts or gods. I worked as a caregiver in a nursing home, and the deceased was a wealthy man whom I had cared for. When we first met, I recognized this devil in human form. The wealthy man used fundraising as an excuse to satisfy his special desires. My brother was one of them. Now the wealthy man has gotten his comeuppance. He has cancer and doesn't have much time left. Soon the rich man dies. I seized the opportunity to enter the coffin with this evil man. After a whole night of filming, it turned out that there was no such thing as a god. However, that night, as I looked at the photos and reminisced about the past, I suddenly heard a strange voice calling me. The voice was actually from the dead rich man. I was so scared that the hairs on my body stood on end. I slowly walked into the rich man's room, and the ghostly voice floated around the room. I thought it was a hallucination and rubbed my eyes. The black shadow disappeared. The next second, an old lady suddenly appeared. The old lady was also someone I had cared for. She came running in the middle of the night to tell me that her husband often had dates with the young nurse. She hoped I could help stop them. Then I went to the old man's room.